have officially been on the road now for nearly 5 months. And for the last 3.5 of those months, I've been stuck here, broken down in Tok, Alaska, watching fall turn into winter as the temperatures just keep dropping.
Well, I think winter's finally here. The running joke my whole time here in Tok has been that I haven't seen real winter yet because it's been unusually warm. Temperatures barely dipping into the negatives. A lot of days in the single digits, above and below zero. But today is my coldest day yet. It just hit negative 30 degrees. And let me tell you what, it is freaking cold. At temperatures like this, any exposed skin is prone to frostbite in a matter of minutes, and all of the water vapor from my breath immediately freezes onto my beard. I'm sure over the next couple of minutes here, you'll see my beard just completely freeze up. That's what 2 minutes out here does to my beard. It is freaking cold. Well, my time here in the cabin behind me is quickly coming to an end. I've spent the last 5 weeks here waiting for the head to get back from the machine shop, getting the head installed on the Troopy, and leaving this behind means we're finally getting back on the road. And I couldn't be more excited about that. I'd be lying if I didn't also tell you that I'm just getting a little bit more nervous about it too. Leaving Alaska in the middle of December was never part of my plan.
I decided to drive down the entire length of the Americas in a 32-year-old Toyota Land Cruiser Troop carrier. And I know what you're saying. Doing something like that in a 32-year-old truck is just asking for trouble. And you're right. In a way, I am asking for trouble. I know full well that breakdowns and getting stuck come with the territory of doing something like this. There's a quote from Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance that has stuck with me ever since I read it. Stuckness shouldn't be avoided. It's the psychic predecessor of all real understanding. An egoless acceptance of stuckness is a key to an understanding of all quality, in mechanical work as in other endeavors.
Well, it's about 8:30 in the morning. It's about 5 degrees outside, and it is the Troopy's first overnight outside in these temperatures. It's been a parking lot princess inside the shop all this time, but we're finally ready to put some miles on it, and that means we're ready for our very first cold start. So, what do you say we give it a try?
Did you hear it? It fired up the very first time. It didn't even struggle. It struggled to stay alive, but it fired up, and that is huge. There we go. A little bit of struggling, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse. The Troopy has never really loved to idle when it's cold, but I'm impressed that it's even willing to do it here at 5 degrees. This is super exciting. Now we'll let it warm up. We'll get some warm coolant flowing through the heater core, and then we'll be ready to start putting some miles on it. It's easy to write off being stuck as a bad thing, but I challenge you to resist that urge. Getting stuck here in remote Alaska has been a blessing in disguise. It's forced me to embrace slowing down. It's forced me to come to terms with the fact that an adventure like this happens on its own timeline. It has awakened an understanding of time and moving slowly to connect deeply with a place that I am sure will impact all of my future travels. All my life, I've held the belief that through hard work, anything is possible. Which sounds great at face value, and if nothing else makes a great propaganda poster. But what happens when working harder falls short? When more effort no longer equals more progress? After breaking down here in Tok and realizing I was going to be here for a while, I really had to come to terms with the fact that no amount of hard work or extra effort could change the circumstances or the timeline. It was this realization that allowed me to fully embrace my new little life here in Tok as a part-time shop hand, tow truck and recovery helper, and a regular diner at Fast Eddie's across the street. I may no longer be able to see all the things I had planned up here, and the timing of the rest of the trip may be less than optimal. But you know what? It's still going to be the best trip ever. I may even be better off for it. Over the pandemic, I picked up a hobby of trail running, and this is really where the concept of going slower to go farther first resonated with me. Taking your foot off the gas when you're heading uphill, a controlled reduction of effort, is actually a proven strategy to allow you to go farther. And taking my foot off the gas pedal these last 3.5 months will undoubtedly help me go far. Mechanically, the truck is more reliable than ever thanks to the Herculean efforts of everyone that helped me up here. But more importantly, I know that I'm better off because of it too. I've learned an important lesson for this trip: to value the quality of memories over the quantity. Sure, I'm not going to have the start to this trip that I dreamed of, with an iconic shot of the Arctic Ocean sign and a proud declaration of "it's all downhill from here." Instead, the beginning of my trip is marked with memories of people I never would have crossed paths with otherwise, and things I never would have seen unless I was here through the beginning of winter. I truly feel like I have an extended family up here in Tok. They offered untold kindness and compassion and welcomed me into their community. They opened up their home for me to spend Thanksgiving with them. Each of the people that I got to meet up here has left a profound mark on my soul. I'm full of gratitude for each and every single one of them, and I'm so excited for what's coming next.